basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Green Bay Packers.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 63 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run through you, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 21. And they'll begin by running the option. And they'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They fire this one quickly to Austin. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 7 yards to pick up there. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 12-yard line. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 32-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground. This time Jacobs bulldozes past him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Carr completes it, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
They run it with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But and ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Carr now to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Flush to his right. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Rodgers going to hang on to it himself. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 6 yards away. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
The kick.
That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. As the first half is winding down, and the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
At his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's the option. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action. Ready for the 3rd quarter. Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Austin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath.
Jeff Heath.
Tough one there. First drive.